Doesn't make sense.
And now back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
You're listening to the Big Dumb Fun Show. You can call us, be live on the air Mondays, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. That number, 888-832-7561. The rest of the week, leave us a random-ass voicemail message, and we will play it on the air.
We are in studio with the fine folks from Nightwatch. Heard exclusively on Jackalope Radio, up in the studio located more North Kansas City, right? Todd Sheets,
that's where we're at.
Hugh McLenaghan,
oh yeah,
and Amanda Payton that bring it in every week, every Tuesday night over at Nightwatch. And what I really wanted to do was get you guys in and talk about this conspiracy that we brought to light last Monday, and this is something that's kind of made its rounds on the internet in regards to James Egan. Now, I know that you definitely are a huge fan of the Batman and all the Batmans, really. Maybe exclusive of Clooney, or no? Are you a huge?
Nipples.
Just pretend that's the one.
Michael Keaton.
Don't ever say, Keaton's great. I have Keaton's cowl at my
I know.
studio.
Like you got the whole head that Keaton had.
The whole deal.
But so where? Let's go back just personally. Where were you at on opening night?
On opening night, I was at AMC.
Did you go to any of the screenings?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And now the one before that was a press night. Press night was the one before, and I did that. And then we did the big premiere, the midnight deal. And that was a madhouse. It was a great time.
Yeah.
I took pictures in the suit with about 1,300 so people.
I bet people were just going crazy over that.
It was
right?
like 4,300 people, and I think I did about a third of them, they said. So
yeah, take pictures with them.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen his suit, you know it's
No, Jeff, I'm not following in your footsteps. I'm not a male gigolo.
I did about half of them. Oh.
That's right, Todd. Talk over me like normal.
Oh, sorry, Hugh. Go ahead. That's because it's a Scottish guy. I don't even notice.
That's right.
That's me.
Hey, speaking on a Scottish level, what do you think of the hat? You think this could pass? Is something kind of Scottish a little bit?
You need some golf clubs, too.
Okay, I do have some golf clubs. I'll have to bring those out and just walk with them down the street. At least that way I could defend myself if mugged.
Do you have a kilt?
It's none of your damn business.
Hugh's got a few.
It's more of a sun kilt.
He can loan it out.
There's just this websites are coming out saying just tons of conspiracies. Now they're more talking about the Olympic closing ceremony surprise. Now they're talking about how now James Holmes never set foot in the theater at all. Saying that he was not the shooter. Have you seen the side-by-side comparison of the mug shots? Have you had a chance to take a look at that to see if it's like his nose doesn't match up, but one he's
maybe
smiling.
He got punched in it a few times on the way to the police station.
I mean, it could be. The
That's what I'd
details
do.
coming out. You'd punch him
a few times.
The website, the original website, you get to it, it's not working probably because of the high traffic load. But so, what do you think happened? What do you think actually went down? Do you think
I think
a guy just went crazy?
What I think did not happen was it had no connection at all to The Dark Knight Rises. No one had seen the film yet, except for the press. I mean, no one had seen it. He certainly hadn't seen it. He's a nobody.
He was like inspired by
The Dark Knight. Not at all. As a matter of fact, as meticulous as he was with the gear he was wearing, which, by the way, no one could see his face or hair while he was in the theater because he was wearing the helmet. He had the full body protection.
They couldn't see that his hair was colorfully
it was red, right? But the thing was, if he was that meticulous, everyone knows the Joker's hair is green. So why wouldn't he have followed through with green? Why would he missed that glaring error?
I agree.
He wouldn't have missed it. It had nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, I think if it would have been,
didn't he call himself the Joker?
No, that's the biggest thing that makes me angry is because the journalist in a newspaper actually started that.
Oh,
they had said that the police had claimed this. All right, well, I called the police. They said they'd never even talked to the press, and they wouldn't talk to me either.
Oh, wow!
They said nobody had talked to the press. That that statement was false.
So he wasn't inspired by perhaps the second movie.
I think he was inspired by being a nut job.
It could be. However, let's go back to the previous movie where the Joker sets the hospital.
Right.
He's got explosives going off where in all these different places. He's one step ahead of everybody. Right. And that's kind of his MO.
Well, it is, but
now he's thinking that they're gonna his apartment. When was that?
Well, that was his attempted MO.
Yeah. When was that?
I was going to say it wasn't really much of an MO. I think his MO was to get as many people in a place and surprise them. And it could have been any event. And if the Dark Knight would have been, let's say, coming out in December, well, it would have been another movie. It probably would have been the Ben Stiller movie with the alien. It would have been something else. It would have been, it could have been the Avengers. It could have been Spider-Man. It could have been anything. The thing was, it was, all right, we have a captive audience in a dark theater. Mm-hmm. I can make my move. Because honestly, The Expendables 2 is coming out. Mm-hmm. And if you really wanted to camouflage a bunch of explosions and gunshots, you could use The Expendables 2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the thing was, he was just
Don't
seriously...
ruin the movie. Are there explosions in it?
Really?
Don't
That's the only thing that there is.
I thought I had read that people said they thought at first
it was part of the
It was
fun.
part of like the premiere of this
like
movie.
The year before, someone came in dressed up and they were having a good time and it was part of a joke. Just like they used to do in the 50s and 60s with William Castle films. Spooks would run up and down the aisle and have a good time. Nowadays you can't do that because you got sickos out there that can't handle having a good time.
Well, so when you were out for the premiere and you were wearing your Batman outfit, did they ask you to do that or did you just show up?
Well, it was kind of a combination thing to promote Nightwatch, Jackalope Radio, and to help AMC.
So you showed up.
So AMC knows who I am. They knew about it, and they were wanting me to be there. Yeah,
cool.
And the matter of fact, the management were all into it. I did it the year that The Dark Knight came out in 2008.
How great is AMC for what they've done after this?
Yeah, because it wasn't even their theater, which is another. The same lady that said that he claimed to be the Joker also claimed it was an AMC theater, and we know it was a Cinemark.
Yeah,
she's an idiot.
Very odd.
She needs to be kicked out of the profession. Not even allowed to use the word journalism.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I did say AMC at first. And then eventually, like the image that they would use was a Cinemark.
It is, yeah.
But then AMC really came through, and
they
taking all these pictures. They helped maybe fund Bale's visit to the hospital.
No, they didn't fund it. But what they did do was they put out a thing now where a proceed of their income is going to help those people. They want people to understand that the movies are supposed to be a fun, safe place to go with your family. I mean, it's a sacred place for me. To hell with church. Movie theaters are my church.
Yeah.
That's where I was raised.
Yeah.
And I love it there, and I feel safe there, and I don't want that to change. So I like what they've done. I also love the fact that Christian Bale, on his own accord, without the studio even knowing, went out there and did not only the hospital but the memorial.
Do you think it was a ridiculous request for people to want him to dress up as Batman and then go?
It's impossible for him to do. I don't think people realize that's not just a suit that you slap on in 3 seconds and walk around.
I mean, put like a leotard on and walk around.
It's
There's
not
like
the same.
A whole crew of people.
It's amazing.
That put that on. Yeah,
it's. I can tell you from experience, it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, because I've helped him. It takes him about 20 minutes to get his suit on.
And that's just the cod piece.
But Hugh wasn't supposed to talk about helping me with that.
Yeah.
It's like, you're supposed to hold it from the outside, Hugh.
I don't need any help, thank you. All right, guys, stick around. We'll talk a little bit more about this. Plus, let's talk about what's going on Nightwatch. That's going strong. Also, Todd, let's talk about you're out and about, and you take a lick and keep on ticking, right?
Yeah, I do.
We'll talk more about that when we come back.
Some days.
The Big Dumb Fun Show.
All right.